Hello, all. It is Tis. Good day, or good evening, and good night, maybe. Hope all are well. Hope all are safe. I just want to say really quickly because I don't know. I felt compelled to say something, even though I've already mentioned something about it as far as knowing who you're dealing with and who you're laying up with. Because some people will think they're out there. Well, I'm having fun, or I'm just gonna run through these men. I'm gonna run through these women, and then by the time you get done playing, you get your results, and you'll be dying of AIDS, to say the least. So I guess now, mind you, these are old and new stories, but they're just slowly coming together as one. And I'll just start with the newest stuff. So the stuff we have now is the whole skin to skin contact. We'll just call it STDs or STTs. Sexually transmitted touches. So if you touch somebody, lay with them, whatever. We'll just say you have the contact disease, and then you have the sexual diseases. And I don't know how true this is, and it could be very real true, because it's not like these deadly diseases aren't running around rampant. But I guess there's this video vixen, or this Instagram model slash Instagram a vixen, I guess, to say the least. I guess it's rumored that she's, like I said, I don't know how true it is because I'm not her test results, but it's rumored that she's been riddled with HIV or some kind of flesh-eating disease, to where she's literally skin and bones now. But before she turned to skin and bones, she had her way, or ran through a few men that are celebrities. And I think that maybe one that I can think of on top of my head. Well, actually two. I think I've seen two of them off the top of my head. It was a few of them. But I seen Chris Brown and what's that guy's name? Nick Cannon, for sure. There's other. Trust me, it's about maybe 1,000 guys, but the two that caught my eyes from the first two that I actually seen was those two. Now, mind you, these are the same men. And now Nick Cannon, he has his way with women too. So that means he has about 12 baby mamas, which is, fine if they're okay with it. But you see how that easy that is. She lays up a lot of men, and then the men that she lay with a lot of women, and then we wondering how we all end up with AIDS. And that's why, because we all have multiple sexual partners, don't give a damn who we land up with, damn sure ain't using protection, and damn sure don't care who the hell we give our dander to. So that's why, like, most of the time, that's why I'm so fidgety and OCD when it comes to people coming by me. Don't come with that suspicious look or grin on your face, because you just might get punched in the face. Because, like I say, it's to the point now, like, I don't play those reindeer games, and I'm glad that actually was able to learn growing up. I'm glad I was able to see what I've seen growing up, to know how to move in relationships and know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate. And even with some of these marriages, it was another lady too, I believe her name, she was like an old school, like a Motown lady, Tammy Terrell, I believe her name was. Now, mind you, I never knew who she was, but I guess she died very young, maybe like at 24, and I guess she was in Motown. But they said she was just getting beat so bad to where I got her brain beat loose. So I guess she virtually ended up dying of brain traumas, or maybe brain tumor. But it just seemed like every man that she got went out their way to go upside her head. So it's kind of like, sometimes we got to learn from these things. Sometimes when you're young, you'll think like, oh damn, a slap means that they're interested in me, and maybe abuse means like, okay, well, if you can punch me, that means I'm obviously having an effect on you to where you got to slap me, and like that, maybe that's love. I don't know what it is as far as a young lady not only getting beat on by one man, but getting beat on by 2, 3, 4, 5 big Motown performers, or Motown people. And like I said, I don't know how true that is too, but they mentioned David Ruffins, James Brown, maybe Marvin Gaye. I don't know if Marvin Gaye was beating on her, but they did say it was a few celebrities, which is kind of crazy too, because it's like, you just don't really know what you're getting yourself into. And especially when you're young, these days you'll think, oh well, I'm young, let's go ahead, you use your WAP, or it's okay to be a thought. But then when it's time to get AIDS or monkeypox, you're gonna be dying in the hospital alone, because they're not gonna want to visit anybody with AIDS. Have you ever seen the movie Philadelphia? I think it was Tom Hanks. He played a dying AIDS patient. But I don't think people wanted to be around. They were more like, ew, they look at you like you're nasty. You know what I mean? So when you're nasty without the lesions or without the open sores, it's cool to be nasty. Like, if I say I want to be nasty, I'm gonna sleep with 1,000 men in one night. Everybody's gonna be down now until them symptoms kick in, and now nobody want to be around me. You know what I'm saying? People just, like I said, I've already said this, and I just don't want it to be too late before anyone takes heed. And people wonder why I keep to myself. Like, I would rather be by myself, talking to a tennis ball, than end up dying from AIDS because I just needed fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be careful and know what the hell you're dealing with, who the hell you are dealing with. And if the first thing they want to do is ruin your life or take your growings, you better run.